Alright, we are back again today, and we are facing the Beast Q, and I'm going to go ahead and take Laser Riptide here. He's the highest left, so I'm going to go ahead and just take him out. I've been helping a lot of you guys in the league recently, and some of you have shown me your film, and some of you aren't sure what setting blocks means when I tell you to do that, so I'm going to try to explain that a little bit better in this one, as he has pretty good kick power. Actually, it's right where it needs to be. So we're going to start out Trips Corner Strike, and it is countered, so I'm just going to take the sack here. Let's see, 14%, not fantastic. We are going to go Trips tight end halfback counter here. It's ideal coverage because the cornerback was already set up there. We're going to cut it to the outside and cut back in the middle there to get the first down. We'll go weak eye PA post, and you see me run it, you know what it is. Just kind of try to get outside here, get some breathing room. I tried to slide, but I did not, could not. So we will move on to the next play, which will be empty trip shallow cross, and if it isn't countered, okay, this is going to be perfect. So what I mean when I tell you guys to set blocks, I mean that you need to get all of the defenders engaged, so you'll have to get Cameron Wake and Elvis Dumervil both engaged on either offensive tackle. So you'll back up, you'll move back into the pocket, and then that'll give you much more time to throw the football. Ample time to throw the football. So then we'll cycle into trips tight end PA deep attack here. It is counter formation because the linebacker and, or I guess this time it's two cornerbacks, but the two out here move together. So again, it's countered, so I can't show you set blocks, but 20%. So that means 1 in every 5 play action passes I run will be countered. I would like to run trips tight end halfback counter here, but I cannot. So we're going to have to try something new because I don't like trips corner strike against dime defenses. And on 2nd and 16, it's a toss-up if you'll get dime or the base 4-3 because the Lions are a base 4-3. So let's see what I want to go here. Practically anything is open because I haven't run anything else. I'm leaning towards another run play. Probably bunch halfback dive, which is probably what I will end up running. Yeah, we'll just go bunch halfback dive. I like to flip this. I like to flip it because you'll see when I line up here that because of the bunch formation, there's 3 blockers here. So that'll your tight end here, which mine is Antonio Gates, he'll move up and block this defensive end, which will free up your left tackle to go take out the second level cornerback there. And you can just bounce it outside for a nice big gain if it's not countered. And this time I'll just run in for a touchdown. And we will go ahead with bunch spacing here. It's not counter formation, so this is going to be another good one to show you to set blocks. On this one, what will happen is Dumervil will take a sharp left as soon as the ball is snapped, and this is according to my view. So he'll run out to the left, and he'll do like a quarterback contain angle. Okay, well, he didn't that time, but he typically will. And you'll want to sit back there on bunch spacing and set your blocks. That's how I like to do it. CHF will tell you different depending on the coverage. On when you encounter 4-3 on that, he'll tell you to just go for the angle and go straight past your right guard and center. I don't really like to do that because it's a little unpredictable depending on if the middle linebacker's blitzing or not. So I just like to set the blocks and make the right read. And there's a few videos on YouTube that will tell you how to set blocks. If I remember, and if you watch this video and I haven't sent a video about it yet, remind me, and I will send the video to the main chat. This is the ideal coverage here. The linebacker moved out, so we'll kind of move around in the pocket, set the blocks there, and we'll throw it to Moore, who drops it. So we will go over here, trips tight end halfback counter, ideal coverage because the cornerback's set up there on the left. We'll bounce it around. I don't have a fast enough pull guard to reach the 3rd level before Saquon Barkley does. Tevin Coleman is a slow enough back to do that, but if you want your offensive guard to reach the 3rd level before you do, then you'll want him to be faster than your running back. Now this is counter formation because nobody moved as far as they set up, so I'm looking more than likely at a medium or low counter. The critical severity isn't as common if you're facing a tight matchup like I am. I'm facing a 114 defense with my 114 offense, so the critical counter is lower than the medium and low severity. As far as percentages go, I have a chart for that too. If I have it, it's probably still on my phone. So I'm just going to throw this one away because there was no good read there. It wasn't countered, but I know exactly what play I'm going to cycle into. We're going to go bunch halfback dive here. Again, wait for everybody to get set up there, and your offensive tackle will kind of cut to the middle there. I didn't like how he did that, but now we are at 3rd and 4, and I'll probably go spread FL drag here, flipped. I've seen a few people not run this flipped, and I have to tell you, it's so much better flipped. It is infinitely better flipped, because if you don't flip it, you're looking at passing to either the drag route or the tight end route again, the 3-yard out route. And the 3-yard out route, when you have a right-handed quarterback, is so much worse because you have to throw the ball past the cornerback, and that is just not a good recipe. But here you'll see I'm not going to throw it because I don't trust Antonio Gates to make that catch. I shouldn't have slid, but I panicked. So we're at a 1st and 10, which is good. I don't remember if the play I want to run was 100% countered. Trips, tight end, PA, deep attack. I don't remember if it was 100% countered, so we will check. Excuse me. It wasn't. It was 20%. So let's go find laser. And we'll hop back in there, and we will run trips, tight end, PA, deep attack, and show you if I can set some blocks on that. Again, it is counter formation because they did move across, but it's not always going to be countered, and it's not always going to not be countered in that situation. So we'll just see and go from there. It is countered, unfortunately. 20% again. Not good. Not good. Did not mean to hit save and exit. Meant to hit the other button, view. But I guess while I'm here, I might as well. I know bunch halfback dive and trips, tight end, halfback counter are not countered. So that is good. And I think I'll just go with trips, tight end, halfback counter there because it's been 4 plays and I won't get a frequency counter. If it is countered, it will be a soft counter, which is not countered, and this is bad coverage for this. And I tried to explain this a little bit yesterday, but I was a little wrong. So I think what will happen is your offensive tackle will push up and block the defensive tackle, which will leave your guard here kind of in a free spot, and he'll try to push up and hit Xavier Rhodes, that cornerback, and your pull guard will be too slow, or he will get caught on the guard trying to push up, and he'll just blow that block, and that'll leave Jalen Ramsey, that cornerback, out there to make the tackle on you. If you saw that there. So now we're at 3rd and 9. And I think I know what play I want to run. Yeah. Commander showed me that fake halfback toss here is actually a decent play against 3rd and medium to long. As far as it's less than 10 yards, because, and I'm going to run it here, it is nickel, and I think nickel is the counter formation for this, but it's unique because if the defense's awareness isn't very high, which it is because I'm playing a higher defense, but they will bite down on this fake fullback dive here, and they'll either just stand there and freeze, or they'll move up a little bit, and that'll free up your halfback with the free run. And Devontae Adams here, my wide receiver 2, has that streak block that I talked briefly about yesterday, which will take that cornerback 2 out 10 to 15 yards for a big gain. So we'll see what I can do here. And I'll try to get a truck, and I will for the first down, just barely. So that's a decent play if you're comfortable enough using it. And that was one of my only options there because I hadn't run trips tight end wide receiver corner, which I will go ahead and run now. And it wasn't countered, so that's a play that I could have used there. And honestly, this isn't a bad play to open up a drive with just to see if it is countered. In a situation where you might need it, it's not a bad play to open up with. So here I'll cycle back to trips corner strike. I wouldn't advise ever running it in the red zone because the route here, Tyreek Hill's route, your wide receiver 1, needs 15 to 20 yards to set up that play. And if it's inside 20 yards, then he won't have that opportunity to. And I will hit Tyreek Hill here with a bullet pass, and he will catch it and put me at the 5-yard line. So now we're at the 5-yard line. Now is an advantageous time to use fullback flare. I've seen several people try to run fullback flare on first and whatever downs. Not a good idea. I strongly advise not doing the long bomb corner routes to your tight end, only because it's a gamble that we shouldn't be willing to take. Now this was countered. The Saquon Barkley made the right block on the defensive end, so I was able to scramble out to the left, roll around for the 2-point conversion. And like I was saying, I already forgot what I was saying. The corner routes to your tight end, really it only works if you have a severe mismatch. Like if you have a 120 offense and you're playing something sub 100 defense, it's not a gamble you should be willing to take because it could end very poorly, especially if you throw into double, triple, quadruple coverage. And I will get a pretty good return here, actually. Not too bad. Trips corner strike again. The safety did move up, so that means I'm going to have to hit Adams out here, which I will barely get the ball off. We're going to cycle into trips tight end halfback counter here. And we shouldn't have bounced that one outside, but I got lucky with a good truck and spin move there. I should have taken that one inside. I made a bad read on that one, but it worked out okay because I was able to recover. We'll cycle in trips tight end PA deep attack here. I'll show you setting blocks. The play action passes mostly set the blocks on their own because it takes time to set up. Every play that you run, you should end up on the sidelines. You should end up running across the sidelines so that your percentage chance of fumbling will be severely less. Or the chance of losing a fumble to the opposing defense will be severely less. Because if the player that you're running with does fumble, it'll go out of bounds more than likely because they'll switch they'll put the ball in the hand that is closer to the sideline. So if you're running down the right sideline, they'll have the ball in the right hand. And if they do fumble it, the ball will more than likely fumble out of bounds on the right side. So that's just a little hint there. We'll cycle into strip shallow cross. It is not countered because Lawrence Taylor here was moving around. We'll move up in the pocket, set the blocks. We'll throw it to Barkley here, and he will get us, a lot closer than what I thought he would. Touchdown even. Okay, awesome. So we'll go bunch spacing again here. It looks like it is countered because they just took a step backwards. So I'm going to pull down on the analog stick, and it is countered, and I did not get a chance to hit the scramble button. I probably could have, but my fingers are sweaty currently, so it's humid in my house. So that was not good for me. But 22 points is good. If you take all these plays into consideration, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I want to help you guys, and I want you to score well. I want us to all put up 20 plus every time, and this is one of the best ways we can do it, is just communicate with each other and make sure that everyone understands what we're trying to say. We'll cycle through this play here that we've done. And if you have any plays you want me to try to run, figure out, or anything like that, just PM me, DM me, and we'll talk it through. I have tried running some plays like slants and drags and the fake halfback toss that I ran on my third drive here. Plays like that could come into my game plan like it did here. So if you have any plays you want me to try to run, that you want me to see run, please let me know. I'll record it in head-to-head if you really want me to, with my voice and everything like that, and we'll walk it through, and we will and we'll get everything rolling. Thanks for watching this video as well. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and I will take care of that as they come along. Thanks, guys.